Hey guys, so I'm back with another video for you guys today, and I wanted to talk to you guys about just a quick run through of everything that I kind of learned from posting on my channel. As a beginner, if you haven't started your channel, I think one of the issues we encounter is wanting to make sure we start the channel correctly. And that is a very important process, right? You're not going to jump into the water if you don't know if there's a shark in there. So you want to do your research, you want to do some studying, you want to kind of find out, what do you think is going to work for your channel, how you want to approach it, what type of content you want to do. Are you going to do all short form? Are you going to do long form? Are you going to engage with your audience via live, right? Then it comes down to equipment and stuff like, what should I buy? What's going to work for me? Do I need a camera right now? Like, are you even consistent enough or plan to be consistent enough to get a camera? Like, if you're a hobbyist or your channel is just for creativity purposes, you might not need to go out and, get all decked out and buy as many things as another person might get. And then it's just your approach. How do you plan to deliver your content? Are you going to have a fast-paced style of editing for your videos? Are you going to do it slow? Are you planning to build a business? Are you here to engage? Are you here for growth? Are you here for all of it? All of those things are things that you should ask yourself as a planner and then get started. It's as simple as finding a YouTube video that teaches you these steps on how to create the channel, starting from the email to creating the YouTube channel to creating your banner, your thumbnails, all of those little things that do matter. You don't want to wait until you create everything to get started. I think we make that mistake. The next step for me would be to record 3 to 4 videos. Please do not create one and go to sleep and wait for your channel to blow up overnight. There's some of us that are going to have to put in work where we're in the dark corners of YouTube and nobody even knows about our channel. We swear people just not watching, but they just really don't know about us. So I recommend sitting down and writing about 4 topics and then writing about 3 to 4 bullet points about each of those topics. And then film the videos in succession. Try to do 2 one day, give yourself a break, process, see how you feel, and then try to do the other 2 the next day, or do all 4 in one day. If you turned the camera on and you feeling yourself and you like, yo, I'm about to just knock them all out, then knock them all out. And then after that comes editing the videos. So software and stuff like that doesn't matter. CapCut is very user friendly. You can use your phone editor. That's what I was using, the app that come with Samsung. Don't even know what it's called. But when I started, I didn't shoot 4 videos. I think I shot like 1 at a time. But at the time, like I was working full time and I was so desperate to do YouTube that I was coming home and just filming every day. I used to work 5 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. So I had from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. till the kids got out of school to just hustle as much as I could and focus on my YouTube content. So that's what I did. I just filmed as many videos as I could every day after work in between the time that I had to pick up my youngest son from school. Now that you have your videos, you must post the videos. I'd recommend don't get all happy-go-lucky and drop them all until you have a strategy and a flow and a plan to create your other videos. Maybe you can schedule them out. You can release 1 that Friday. You can release 1 the following Friday, so on and so forth for the next 4 weeks. Now you've bought yourself some time to rinse and repeat that part of the process. It's as simple as that for that process, right? You did your research and now, you're looking, you got 20 views here, 30 views here. You're feeling like I put in all this work and I wasted my time. That's not what you should do. You should open your analytics instead of looking at watch hours and subscribers. Look at your views. What did do the best? What had the most views out of the 4 videos? Those were your, videos that's going to help you to learn more about your audience. What got the most feedback? What got the most comments? What did they like? What did they not like? And then you want to kind of double down on some of those ideas and kind of start to narrow down and see. That's what I didn't do. I would make the videos and one would get way more views and more comments. And then the ones that didn't, I still was making more of them because I'm like, well, this is my channel. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. And I still am for the most part, but I've learned to take a different approach to it. So just kind of digging deeper into what people want to see. And if it's something I feel comfortable talking about, if it's something that's fun and enjoyable to me, I will talk about it. So it doesn't mean you don't have to still be you, because if you keep talking about the things that you like, the audience that wants to hear about those things or gravitate to those things will come. So for example, if I'm shooting videos about fasting and diets and things like that, and people gravitated to the video that I made about headsets, I don't have to start making headsets videos. I can just put that in a playlist like, hey, this is my technology playlist. and this is where that can go. But if more people like the videos about you fasting and, you know, your journey with that, and it's something that you like talking about and are willing to talk about, then talk about it with your audience and double down on those ideas. So that's what I mean about double down. It doesn't mean don't shoot the things that you like to shoot. It just means be willing to be open and receptive to the ideas that do take off. Because at the end of the day, it's still something that you spoke about on your channel. And you spoke about it for a reason. And for some reason, people are coming to you because they gravitate towards the way that you articulate yourself on those videos or the ideas, or, you know, they can relate to you in some sort of way. And so you want to kind of lock in on that. And I didn't. I would have videos like that, and I would continue to make a dozen triple other things because Janae wanted to do what Janae wanted to do. And I'm learning how to do what Janae wants to do, but I'm learning to do it the right way. Okay, so now that you've looked back and you've analyzed the past 4 weeks, now what? You have your information and your data, and now it's time to improve. Now it's time to look back on those thumbnails. Now it's time to look back at those thumbnails that you know were not good. It's time to look back on those titles with newfound information, and it's time to improve them. We can always go with how we feel. If you feel compelled or you resonate with a certain thing, you don't have to change everything according to what YouTube is telling you to do, because you'll never find your audience that way either. Like when I made some of those videos, I stopped caring about the algorithm, like 100%. I continue to make my content, but with the idea that, yes, I do have to package my thumbnails a little better. I will work on my titles. I will do all those things to improve. And I found people, you know, and thank goodness for that. So be willing to make the changes. I have looked back on my thumbnails. Some of them are super cringe. I do not like them at all, but I'm happy they're there because I have something to look back on. A lot of people, they want perfection. If they see something they don't like, they just get rid of it immediately. You have to give some of your stuff time to grow. Some stuff I did go back and I changed the thumbnails and the titles, and they still never kicked off. And YouTube was like, that's a dub. You're looking at your thumbnails, you're looking at your titles, you're doing the work, you're analyzing, you're seeing what your audience like, you're connecting. In due time, you're rinsing and repeating this process. After the course of, I would say 4 to 8 weeks, because some people the first week, they're like, I don't see no results. I'm like, I don't know what is happening on YouTube. This whole easy mode thing got people thinking that we're all going to blow up and become full-time YouTubers and quit our jobs. But you have to be realistic during this process too. So that's one of the things that you should have thought about during the mindset process, during the planning process. Are you being realistic, you know, about your content? There's certain content that's going to perform better than others. Shorts do very well. Entertainment do very well. Dancing videos and stuff like that doing well. Do very, very well. Do you do any of those things? If you don't do any of those things, you got to expect a much slower growth and a slower process. It doesn't matter how great you think you are. It doesn't matter how well researched the topics are, you know, your camera presence, any of that is going to matter about a bunch of different factors, some of which unfairly are out of our control. So I try not to compare my growth to other people. Some people are going to get up here and they're going to blow up in 30 days. They're going to lock in. They're going to know how to apply and execute these strategies right away. And you're going to get some of us that are going to be on that learning curve. Well, what's this? How do I do this? How can I improve this? It took me some time to get a look for thumbnails. It took me some time to stop reinventing the wheel so much and start to use kind of the same fonts and the same templates. I was going to create templates from scratch every single time, like a fool, just wasting lots and lots of time. I don't do that anymore. Now, ebooks, thumbnails, titles, all this stuff I can create easy breezy because I have my templates saved for what works for my video, what I like, what I want to see. So don't go comparing your growth to other people. It's going to be different for other people. Some people are already very savvy in some of these areas. Some people have researched longer than you before they execute it. And some people just know what it is. They just know how to get with the program. And I'm not about to sit here and tell you guys that you can do exactly this or copy this exact thing to blow your channel. I'm not going to do that because you can still, everything that I tell you to do and your channel might not blow up. You might do that and that channel might blow up and you're not a person who posts consistently. So you have no other videos for people to watch, to like of you. So for example, when I had that video that took off, there was a bunch of other different videos that, if not that video, people subscribed off of. Like they went and could watch other stuff. Like, oh, wow, I noticed you talked about this here. Or I like what you said here. I didn't just have that one viral video or 2 videos on my page. So you got to give people something to work with. And the best way that I can relate that, my little analogies is, if you listen to an artist, you've never heard them before, and you're driving and you hear the song on the radio and you're like, yo, I'm about to go look and see who this person is. You go on YouTube, you find the artist, you find that one song. And if you know, you know, there's nothing more disappointing than liking that person. They have no other content. They have no videos. They don't even have a video for the song that you liked. And they don't have no other content. They know where to be found. You go look on their Instagram. They got a little following going on there, little sound clips of that same one song. And they might have lost their opportunity to get your continued support because now you've moved on. Some of us will save that person. Like, I'll screenshot it and be like, okay, I'm going to come back and listen to this person. And 3 to 4 months, maybe they'll have more music. And I forget. I never go back. And it's not with ill will or poor intentions, just I forgot. So having your stuff ready and staying ready is a much more effective approach than just worrying about a video going viral or why you don't have a bunch of views on that one video. When they come, they will come, and let them come naturally. Let them come organically. I know that I keep saying this, but I want this for everyone. If this is what you came to the platform for. But once you find people that you can engage with and talk to, it's very fun. Like, I have a lot of back and forth conversations with people, and I enjoy it. I enjoy waking up to my comments and laughing with people and meeting people. When I first started doing polls and community posts, it was dry. Like, I had some community posts that had 1 thumbs up, and it probably was my boyfriend or my kids that were doing it. You know, nobody else was reading them. Now I actually have people that read them and respond to them. I can ask you guys questions to see what you want to see more. I could just instead of busting my brain open all week doing a bunch of research, I could just ask y'all, hey, what do you struggle with? What do you want to know more about? Blah, blah, blah. And y'all always answer. And I really appreciate that because I get right on it. I sit down with my little handy dandy notebook. I jot out my ideas. I do a little bit of research. I plug it into the YouTube inspiration tab, into Google. When I can't find any inspiration, resources, title ideas, etc. from there, I rely on myself. I rely on how I feel, my gut instinct, what I know about you guys so far. And it's been super beneficial. So now you're a few weeks in and you're wondering, you know, is this journey for me? You have to now look at bigger things. Have you been being consistent? Have you actually been taking the time out to engage with your audience properly? Are you following up now on your analytics? Are you starting to see what content works and what content is not performing well? Are you being realistic about the content that you're putting out? You might have to change your approach, how you're covering those topics. You have to look back and see if you even have authority, which to me is just having confidence when you're talking about it. Like, I look back on some topics that I felt very knowledgeable about based off my experiences in my life. And I felt very compelled to make those topics, but I lacked authority when I watched the videos. I watch it and I look scared and nervous. And if I don't have any conviction or faith and belief in what I'm talking about, I don't see why you guys should. Most of us are very empathetic. Most of us have a lot of really good instincts, and you can kind of see right through that. You know, although I had the best intention, although I really wanted to share my message, I do know where I lacked confidence. I do see the difference in how I communicate now and how I articulate my thoughts and ideas now. I have a newfound confidence that you'll only find by getting beat up and battered through the process. You'll only find it by having gone through it and coming out of it. Because you'll look back and you'll be like, yo, I really did all of that regardless of the fact, despite what was going on, despite how scared I was, how I felt. I talked about it. I shared my story. And to me, that's all that's going to matter. That's going to be your biggest reward. I really wish you guys the best of luck. I hope that you are looking more at what progress you've made as a person, your personal progress. Stay focused on that. Continue to improve. And I'm continuing to improve with you guys. Go out there and learn on YouTube University, but actually do the work, do the trial and error, fail. Don't be afraid to fail. Check out the newsletter. It's about the time for another newsletter to come out. So just make sure you guys go to the link in my channel, and I'll try to remember to put it in the video description. Excuse me if I don't. Like and subscribe. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Don't forget the accountability session we're going to have at the end of the month. I'm wishing you guys all the best of luck on your journey, and deuces.